Are you thinking about buying or selling a home, or want to know what might be going on with one of your biggest investments? Then come hang out with us for a little while. Hi, I'm Kirk Duckwall, and welcome to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Our local sponsors are Bricks Real Estate, Network Title, Eric Bloomstrad and Chad Preby with Bell Bank Mortgage, Structure Tech Home Inspections, James Tufson with Country Financial, along with Cregan's Construction and Grey Duck Staging and Design. No matter what you might be listening to or watching us on right now, we are also available on many other platforms. You can catch us Saturday mornings on the CW23 at 6:30 or KSTC Channel 45, Saturdays at 6, AM 950, Sundays at noon, or on YouTube by typing in Twin Cities Real Estate Show into the search. Our Facebook page as well, just type in Twin Cities Real Estate Show, or if you want to catch us on our podcast, just search Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Don't forget to check us out online anytime at TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. There you can find all of our past shows, our weekly market updates, along with the latest and greatest searching and researching tools, and our free publications to include the Smart Home Buyer Guide and the Smart Seller Guide, along with the Bricks Report. All of these free for you. If you have any real estate questions, please feel free to give us a call, 651-303-0019. Again, 651-303-0019. Happy to help answer any of your real estate questions or assist with your real estate needs. Welcome and thank you for joining us. Today in studio, we have the ghost of real estate past, Ben Greilanger. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks. Pleasure being here.
Yes, the ghost of real estate present, Chad Preby.
Hey, guys.
And I will be playing the part of ghost of real estate future. Now, today we're going to be actually talking about a fun topic. We're going to be talking about the top 10 mistakes, errors, whatever you want to call it, that we see either agents or sellers doing when getting a property ready for market or once it's on market, and things just to keep an eye out for, to avoid as you get ready, especially if you're thinking about putting your home on the market for that peak time of year, which is just coming up around the corner, honestly. We're just a few weeks away from the real estate market really ramping up. As we always say, if you wait until it's green outside, you're probably going to miss out on some green. No, our spring market really, as we've talked about in past shows, peaks out in that mid-March is the peak velocity. So if you really want to take advantage of that as a seller, you want to start getting ready really right after the holidays as you prepare.
For sure.
But before we get into that, we're going to talk a little bit about what's happening here in the Twin Cities real estate market as far as stats, news, and trends. This, again, is for the 13-county area. So first off, new listings coming into the marketplace dropped off week over week. So it did pick up right after Thanksgiving, as mentioned in last week's show. That got up to 875, but then now fell back to 701. And we don't expect that to really pick up that much into the coming couple weeks here as we're going through Christmas and into the New Year's. Ben, where are we seeing pending sales at?
Yeah, pending sales are down to 820 for the week of the 11th, 4.5% off of last year's numbers, so a little bit lower, but kind of in line with last year's. Definitely looking back over the years, it seems like over the past 5 years, it's kind of bottomed out in that 500 range at the end of the year. So it'll be interesting, where this pending sales bottom out coming in over the next couple weeks.
And with it tracking ahead of where new listings are, obviously that's going to be hurting.
Gobbling them up.
Hurting that inventory. We've been discussing this, 500, 300 a week drop in inventory. So and then that happened again. It was at 6,361 the week after Thanksgiving, and now down to 5,965. So another about 400 homes out of the marketplace, creating that heavier competition. So this is actually, we saw the snowstorm have an effect in the showings per week. Took it down to a 3.99 average. That's for the 250 to 500K price range here. So average number of showings per week that a home is experiencing. We saw that rise up to a 4.38. So we have a lot of different factors playing in here. We'll get to where the market meter is in just a second, but where are we seeing interest rates right now, Chad?
Yeah. Interest rates are holding pretty steady. We saw them inch up a little bit, maybe 0.1%, depending on, excuse me, credit score, property type, so on and so forth. So, but still in a very good rate environment, just above historic lows.
Yeah, and I know we were discussing the difference, though, this year between last year.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what was it, 2.6?
2.66 this day last year. So
Wow.
We've come up a little bit, but still, I mean, if you look at 2018,
Yeah.
we were at about 5%.
Yeah.
So still a really good market, and if you are looking to make a move, it's a good chance, good opportunity.
And we are seeing that, talking about the pending sales, that, rates are a little higher and pending sales are a little bit lower. That could also have to do with the inventory out there as well. So a lot of different moving parts in the marketplace. But ultimately, the market meter, so this is the gauge of 0 to 10, 10 being the best seller's market, 0 being the best buyer's market out there. We saw that stay relatively flat. So we had these moving parts, but everyone kind of equaled it out. So we were at a 6.56 last week. And keep in mind, that's a 30-day trend instead of the 1-week trend.
Right.
But we had home affordability that actually picked up because housing prices started to drop back a little bit. So that helped offset it, putting that market meter just moved down just a hair to a 6.55. So
Nice.
still that mild seller's market range, and we expect that to continue through the rest of the holiday season before it starts really picking back up. Like I mentioned, when we come back, we'll be talking about the top 10 home selling mistakes that we see sellers or agents making. Stick around for that, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Ruben with Structure Tech Home Inspections. Everyone knows you should have a home inspection before you buy a home, but we've heard of home buyers being encouraged to skip the home inspection in this crazy market to make their purchase offer more attractive. Now they're facing tens of thousands of dollars in unexpected repairs. I'm telling you now, don't skip the home inspection. Here at Structure Tech, we can get your home inspected quickly, and we offer a full line of services. Visit us online at structuretech.com to learn more.
Don't fall for the billboards or the clickbait. There is no such thing as today's rate. Mortgages and mortgage rates are individual to you. Chad Preby and Eric Bloomstrand with Bell Bank Mortgage are here to show you the formula to get your best rate. Once you know this formula, you can mortgage shop with confidence. Find us online at chadpreby.com. That is chadpreby.com. NMLS 1462493, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Kirk Duckwall with Bricks Real Estate and the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest financial transactions people make. Before you make your next move, download our free Smart Home Buyer or Smart Seller guides to give you the edge in our real estate market. From deal hunting to knowing the right repairs for maximizing value, these free guides have it all. Check them out and more at brickstwincities.com under publications. Welcome back to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. As always, if you have any questions for us, you can give us a call after the show at 651-303-0019. Again, 651-303-0019. Happy to help answer any of your real estate questions or assist with your real estate needs. If you're thinking of buying or selling a house, we can definitely help with that as well. Today's topic we're going to be talking about is the top 10 home selling mistakes that we see agents and sellers make as we're out and about there. A lot of stuff we're going to be covering too as well is in the Smart Seller Guide. This is a must-have really, and it's free. So if you go to TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com, click on publications, you can download that there. I always tell people if you want to make an extra $10,000 on the sale of your home, read this and just follow a few of the pieces of advice and you will get that extra 10 grand. It's not that hard.
Highly recommended.
So it's some easy tips in there, and hopefully that's what we're going to be helping with. So we've got the ghost of Christmas past Ben down there. So kind of start off, one of the big ones that we see is listing on the wrong day or wrong time of year or around a holiday.
Yeah.
That is one of those things that you're going to look back on and go, oh, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to be haunted by that past.
Yes,
No.
yes.
No, it can cost you lots of
definitely.
money.
Yeah. Well, and some of it seems pretty harmless, like day of week. You know, if you don't know the stats behind the day of the week, you may not know that can have a direct impact on sale price and number of showings a property will get. So the data basically is that homes listed on a Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday have about 40% less showings in those first 2 days than homes listed on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
Yeah, dramatically different.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So, you know, that velocity, and it's those first couple days on market that is going to generate, hopefully, that multiple offer situation in a faster paced marketplace.
Yeah, I think
Right.
the idea is you want to get as many people in the house as possible that first weekend. So yeah, going on the market on a Thursday or Friday. Most people are off on weekends, and then they have the opportunity to go see properties. So yeah, you want to capitalize on that first weekend. It's the new kid on the block on the market, and yeah, you want to get as many people in there and, you know, all excited about your new property for sale.
Yeah.
So what you guys are saying is have a game plan.
Yes. Well, yeah. Putting together a plan, strategy with your agent is so important.
Absolutely.
We could add that into mistake number 11, not having not having a plan.
A strategy,
right?
yeah.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely, that's a big one.
So another one, and this is one. Well, I'm going to dive in a little deeper on the days of the week. Is you can and you want to be flexible if you see a weather event coming. So we talked about in the previous segment that we're coming up to the fastest time of year. This is no joke. You can find this data out there. Zillow has something like the best days or week to list or something like that. Or, that it's that mid-March time frame. Well, what's still happening in mid-March? Snowstorms.
Yeah,
Yep.
the biggest ones.
Yeah,
Right.
the snowiest month commonly. Yeah.
So if you've planned to put your house on the market and now you have a snowstorm staring you down on that Thursday or Friday or Saturday. Now it's one thing if you're going to list on Thursday, the snowstorm is on Saturday. But if you're sitting there and your list day looks like it's going to be one of those days, change your plan. Yeah, change the date, move it out a week, whatever. That's going to help you there.
Right.
Just delay it. And also, the myth that you have to wait until the gardens are popping up and all of that and showing off your yard to maximize, that's just not backed by the data as well. So
That's in April, early May, and it's like, well,
Take pictures, right?
Yeah.
Take pictures
Yeah,
of your
you can
beautiful
comment. Yeah,
gardens.
just take some summer photos and include those in the listing photos to show, what the gardens do look like in the
exactly.
summer.
Right.
Yeah, so that number 10 on the list, that day of the week, that's so important, and just watching what's going on around there, talking, having a plan with your agent. Next up is people offering allowances to not deal with things. And we'll get to some of those things here in a second. But the idea that, hey, well, the buyer they'll want to pick what the carpet color is, or they'll want to pick what the paint color is. And yes, there is some truth that they might want that option, but that's if they were starting from a clean slate of just pure white walls that everything looked good to begin with, in a sense.
Okay.
But when you start to blemish, so just imagine if you were going to a car lot and there was a tire allowance and you get there and you have 3 bald tires and 1 flat tire, how is that going to affect you when you're looking at that car? Or a paint allowance for the car, you get there and everything's good except for the door has a giant rust spot, but they'll give you a paint allowance, right? So you know the outcome of how well that would work when brought into that light.
Yeah.
So the same is true with a house. That if they come in and you have urine-stained from pets on the carpet, that smell, all of that, and you just say, well, we'll give you a carpet allowance, it's not going to really work out too well.
Not helping your cause.
No. So the best thing you can do is take care of those ahead of time. And by the way, it's typically going to be far cheaper to do it that way than to actually do that allowance. Because you may offer that allowance but still not sell the house, and now you're doing a price reduction, and still having to give that allowance. Versus just fixing the issue up front, you never had to do that.
Yep.
The other one, let's go to number 8, is not putting the home, and you had mentioned this, into a coming soon status.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of part of going with that plan that you work with your agent on. Just having that time frame to you want to have it listed as coming soon for maybe a week, 10 days prior to that Thursday, Friday of it going live on the market. So people can see it. They can kind of see a couple photos. They can see the measurements and everything, and kind of really make sure that they're excited about the property and schedule showings and get things ready to go for that first weekend. So it's not just a surprise. It really builds that energy for that first weekend.
Right,
It's
right.
huge.
Having a game plan.
Yeah.
And then people kind of know what to expect when they walk in the door for some, the measurements of the room sizes. And
Well, and the idea of coming soon, and there's confusion about this and the purpose that it serves. But the idea of coming soon is the preview. It's the trailer to the movie, right? They don't just release movies, and this analogy comes from Danny, one of the other broker owners at Bricks, is that they don't just release a movie into the theaters and it's like, oh, here it is.
Surprise! New Batman movie.
Right, exactly. No, there's trailers that lead up and get you excited about it. And you're not showing the whole movie.
Nope.
No. It's typically a picture, 2 pictures. The coming soon is. It's some description maybe, maybe some of those room sizes, but it will have the basic measurements, square footage and things like that, number of beds, number of baths. So it gives a little pre-advertising time to get that snowball rolling, get people excited, while the agent is getting that professional photography done, while getting all of the measurements in place, while putting together the full set of comments. But it helps a lot. It can get that initial activity up by an extra probably 30-40%, if not more, out of the gate. Because when you release a property, it's going to take a day or two if you didn't do a coming soon. Whereas if you do it, a lot of people are going to see
it.
Yeah,
right.
Especially the ones who are the more serious, that are set up on the MLS searches to be notified. Not every website shows coming soon, so they're not necessarily going to see everybody going to see it, but it is going to at least get it out to some people.
And that buys the seller a little time too if they wanted to get some work done, maybe some cosmetic stuff, painting or
final
cleaning or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's usually it's that last cleanup, getting things in
polished
place,
up and everything, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm just going to add this. You bring up this point. I'll throw this in the moves. Number 12 in the
the list keeps going.
It could
well,
go
you
on
want to
and
make sure you give yourself enough time. A lot of people are like, I want to list my house. Let's get it on yesterday, right? You want to make sure you're giving yourself enough time to get it ready, because if you don't, you are going to cost yourself financially. It goes back to that putting together a plan. So that is something you want to keep in mind. But number 7 on our list, making sure that you're doing a deep clean of the property. This is really important. Look for those paint smudges. Magic erases do miracles for properties.
They are magic.
Love those.
Yeah, get out the Swiffers, dust rags, clean the windows, pull the screens.
Spider webs.
Spider webs, yes, in the basement. Yes, go around. That deep clean is absolutely critical. If you're asking yourself, is a buyer going to care? The answer is yes. If you're asking that, yes, they're going to
noticed
care.
it, and it probably should be addressed.
Exactly.
What else don't we know about behind the scenes that we're not seeing? I mean, it's all about maintenance and taking care of your property.
And it's kind of these things, that deep clean, general cleanliness of a property, along with that declutter and staging, which we'll touch on here in a second, is so absolutely important in getting that top price. And if you don't have somebody, if this is seeming like too much to take on, a good agent is going to have contacts. We have contacts. These are very affordable people that you can have come in and help with this, because we're talking tens of thousands.
Right.
Tens and tens of thousands of dollars different by not having these things taken care of ahead of time. And, if you have somebody you're working with you trust, and they have trusted people, you can get it done. You can get it done inexpensive and cash in on that. The next thing, this is more of a summertime, but you still want to be aware of it, is making sure their yard is picked up or edged or shoveled, right? If you're having showings in the wintertime, making sure the sidewalks are shoveled and cleared, the steps, they're salted. You want to make sure that people's experience from the car to the door are good.
Very important.
And a little added tip on this one, make sure the lockbox is easy to get into. This is more for agents, right?
Yeah.
Please.
Yes, and make sure the door opens easily.
Yeah.
If it's a sticky key thing, oh, it's always been that way, just get a new lock.
Fix it.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want that experience, especially in the winter and it's cold, to be fighting that key.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
I got just something I want to hit on. I call this the interview, right? You go for a job interview, it's that first impression.
Yes.
So when you get out of that car to go look at that house, if it's the grass is long and there's weeds all over or whatever the case is, you're kind of right off the bat like,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the right one.
Yeah.
It's that fry effect. Like we talk
fry
about.
effect,
We
yes.
talk about in the book. I'm not going to get into that, but if you want
Yeah.
to check it out, download the book, TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. Next one, first impressions. Floors and paint. Okay, this doesn't mean you have to redo your floors and redo all your paint. Look at it though.
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to that. If you're noticing big scuff marks or nicks on trim work that are chips out of the paint, try to address those prior to going on market. I know Carly, our board operator with the Bloomington house, they always go around and hit all that trim, to make sure that it looks shiny and helps sell properties quickly. Okay, so paint, floors, very important that you're looking at those. If you have that big pet stain like we talked about, just get that carpet replaced. Builder grade carpet works just fine, right? You don't need to get fancy carpet.
Splurge, yeah.
No, it's just get rid of the grossness that's there. Overselling a property. I know we were just talking about that, about, taking something that is kind of finished, like wood on the walls, maybe asbestos tile floor, but non-finished ceiling. And it hasn't really been used in 30, 40 years as a basement. Is a buyer going to go down there and see that as a finished basement?
Right.
Right.
point.
Probably not. Or you get that bathroom where it's just a toilet. Toilet next to the
corner,
washing machine.
Yeah.
If you say 2-bathroom, a buyer's going to assume, if they don't see pictures of it, they're going to assume it's another bathroom, right? So you don't want to oversell. Otherwise, you're setting up for disappointment.
Right. Good point. Boy,
Right.
That's a really big one.
Yeah, you don't want somebody going, oh, I thought it was a 2-bathroom, and all they see is a toilet. Versus if you say 1-bathroom and they see the extra, they'll be like, ooh, I could turn this into something. So
bonus.
Takes it and turns it into a positive. Overpricing a property. We're getting down to the last couple minutes here. That one is a really critical mistake, right? You get this idea, well, if I don't ask for it, I'm not going to get it. Well, first of all, list price is not an accurate reflection of value.
Right.
Most homes don't sell for list price, right? They either sell for above or sell for below.
Right.
You want it to be a strategy, not a mistake. You need
Costly
to be
mistake.
Yes, very costly. For every day a home sits on market, on average, the price goes down by 0.1%. So that of what it's going to sell for, that's based on a price per square foot basis.
Okay.
And you look at that. So over the course of 10 days, 1%.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Especially
costly.
in this market.
Yeah.
I mean,
1% on a
there's such
$300,000 home,
supply.
you just lost $3 grand,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you are planning that pricing strategy with your agent. And then staging, we kind of touched on this one. Number 9, staging,
Goes
decluttering.
yeah.
We'll save the top, the number 1 for last, next segment. But yeah, staging and decluttering is so important. Now, we're not saying you have to pull out everything in your house and have it completely professionally staged. But the idea is getting the house ready for photography.
Right.
Right? That you want to, and that's most people's first few showings are online, right?
Yes.
That they go online and they sit there and they're like, oh, I like this. And then they show their significant other, hey, check this out. Then they're sending it to, hey, we're gonna go look at this home tomorrow, to friends and family. They're getting excited. You wanna make sure that those pictures and what they see, grab them. I'm giving kind of a hint here into the next segment. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll get to the number 1 mistake. We'll be right back.
Not every title company is the same. There are many people involved with each real estate transaction, and all of them need to be in the loop or a closing may get delayed. This is why the people at Network Title strive to provide swift scheduling and communication between the buyers, sellers, agents, and lenders. We know moving can be stressful, however, your closing does not need to be. Check us out online at network-title.com.
My name is James Tobson with Country Financial. Anyone can sell you insurance, however, is it going to be the insurance you need? When life pops up with its surprises, you want the right coverage. When it comes time to find or renew your policy, give me a call. I would love to review your existing policy and show you what I can do for you. You can email me at james.tobson@countryfinancial.com or give me a call at 651-365-3408.
Hi, I'm Becca, owner of Grey Duck Staging. With today's home buyers beginning their journey exclusively online, the look and feel of your home matters more than ever. Whether it's a simple in-home consultation, a refresh using your current furniture, or a whole home staging, our goal is always the same: showing your home in the best light and helping you achieve the highest sales price possible. To learn more, visit us at greyduckstaging.com or check us out on Instagram at greyduckstaging.
Welcome back to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Today, we're talking about the top 10 mistakes sellers, agents make when getting a listing ready. We just went through 9 of them, saving the last one here for the last minute that we have. And that is number 1 mistake, not using professional photography. This is, it is a killer. I mean, this can rack up the days on market. This can add the amount of time it takes, kind of similar to days on market, the number of showings that it takes to get a property sold. Yeah. It's people's impression. You know, you don't want to be using your cell phone to be taking these pictures. I know the cameras are getting better, but part of it too is that it's a professional real estate photographer. Yeah, right. I know, like, we use Spacecrafting for a lot of our pictures, a professional real estate photography company. There's other good ones out there as well, but this is so critical. It costs a few $100s. I know it's included with the services that we offer, the professional photography. It is something you want to make sure that you're using. We have some great examples of that in our Smart Seller Guide. Again, if you have, take the time to download this. Go to TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. Under Publications, like to thank Ben, Ghost of Christmas Past, coming in, Chad, as usual. Everybody, we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Take care. People always ask realtors, what is your commission? But what they should be asking is, what is your rate of return? Commissions only vary by a couple of % from agent to agent. However, the price per square foot you get just based on their experience and the quality of marketing they use can vary by 10% or more. At Bricks Real Estate, our agents use the right marketing and have the experience to get you top dollar for your house. See what we can do for you at brickstwincities.com.
Not every title company is the same. There are many people involved with each real estate transaction, and all of them need to be in the loop or a closing may get delayed. This is why the people at Network Title strive to provide swift scheduling and communication between the buyers, sellers, agents, and lenders. We know moving can be stressful, however, your closing does not need to be. Check us out online at network-title.com.